In the past week, more than a quarter of those killed in Gaza have been children. Hamza Mahmoud Yassin Ali was struck by shrapnel from an Israeli missile in Gaza's Jazeera neighbourhood on Tuesday. He was just 12 years old and died the next day. And two boys from the same family, Hamada and Ammar, were killed by strikes from an Israeli helicopter on the village of Al-Fukaria. The cousins were 10 and 13. Well, Jason Lee is country director at Save the Children Palestine. He joins us via Skype from occupied East Jerusalem. So just a couple of examples there of some of the children who've lost their lives, and the death toll for children keeps on rising, doesn't it?
Well, it's absolutely horrific. I mean, out of the 198 people that have been killed in Gaza, 58 of them have been children. And not only the deaths, when you look at the numbers of people being injured, we have a staggering number that since the start of this conflict on the 14th of May, we have an average 3 children being injured every single hour. And these are lifelong injuries. Many of these children will bear the scars, the long-term physical disability, but also the incredible toll on their mental health for the rest of their lives.
And you mentioned the numbers injured. How are the hospitals coping with these kind of injuries at the moment?
I mean, you've got a hospital system that has struggled to function with the blockade. You have a situation now where the electricity supply is running out because of the fuel supplies are running low. You have a situation now where you've got 38,000 people that are homeless and seeking shelter in the schools. And don't forget, before the escalation and the conflict and the fighting, there was an ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. So if you can imagine this situation of people being overcrowded, the hospitals not having access to electricity or to water or sanitation, with an ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, with lots of injured children coming in every single day, it's no wonder we have the staggering devastation and injuries and deaths that we're seeing.
Tell me about the families who've lost their homes, because clearly many people have died, but also people have been made homeless, haven't they? What kind of provision is there for them?
I mean, these are many people have had to flee their homes at the last minute with barely just the clothes on their back and the ability maybe to pack a few very, very critical documents that they need. My own teams have been affected. I have several team members that have left their homes and are now sheltering in various shelters with other family members. These people have nothing. They have no idea where the next meal is coming from, where they're going to sleep, how they're going to get medicine for the children if they're sick, or how do they protect themselves and the families from COVID-19.
Tell me about you alluded to the impact on mental health for children. What sort of experience do you have? I mean, this clearly has happened in the past, and what are the kind of things that can help to make it less awful for them?
I mean, I can relay a story that was told to me by my teams as well when I was speaking to them. I mean, they're obviously very scared and fearful for their children, and they see the changes in behavior of their children. The children are now fearful, they no longer want to play, they're always looking at the window wondering what's going to happen. And most parents try and put a brave face and lie to their children and say everything's okay, telling the children that the airstrikes are fireworks. But what would any parent say to their child if the child asks them, will we still have a home tomorrow? Will I still be here tomorrow? What do you say? I mean, what can you say? This is the impact that we're having on children. It is unfathomable that children witness and experience the horror, devastation and destruction of war, and to think that this is normal for them. This is what we're doing to children.
You speak very powerfully of the situation for children and parents in Gaza. How difficult is it for your teams to carry out any kind of help? I mean, you mentioned that some of them are having to run for their own lives. Are you able to provide help at the moment?
At the moment, it is impossible because of the ongoing fighting in Gaza. This is why it is imperative, first and foremost, that there is an immediate ceasefire. That means that Israel has to stop the airstrikes and the incursions into Gaza. Hamas has to stop the rockets. And all sides have to take immediate steps to protect civilians, to safeguard the safety and lives of civilians. and to ensure that there is safe, unfettered, and unrestricted access for humanitarians to deliver life-saving assistance. This is what we need to do immediately.
Jason Lee from Save the Children Palestine, thank you very much indeed for talking to us on Al Jazeera.
Thank you.